Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he hauls it in. Time there's a look inside Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Now Lewis selects to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now a man who's taken the reins with the Cowboys, it's Tony Pollard. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Prescott off play action. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. A broken tackle but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. You look at this Niner defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. That's taken on the 25. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. What a pickup this man was last year. It's Christian McCaffrey. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now the first throw of the night is taken in, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Now 2nd and 3. Purdy from the gun. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. That is caught, and he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
From the 22 now, here's a 2nd and 7. Gallup in motion right. And now a fake there on the jet sweep as they'll give to Pollard. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. Here's 3rd and 6. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
And they get Pro Bowl tackle Trent Williams for the infraction there. Now Purdy. They'll find Ayuk open right side.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, it's Vaughn.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The Cowboys will go. Prescott.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's Pollard again. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 35. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Off the play fake, Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Shotgun now with Purdy.
Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
2nd down, here's Purdy to throw.
Dancing to his left. And this one's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
On play action, Prescott. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
3rd and 8.
Prescott. He's going to wind up and air it out.
That is incomplete.
And they've been kept off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Being chased out left. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now a 2nd and 10. He's going to keep this again.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Does the big boy have the juice? And he'll take this back down inside the 20. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Buying time to his left.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 43 yards. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Ray McCloud, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is now 10-3.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Prescott.
That's Gallup on the slant. Down the right sideline. Michael Gallup, touchdown.
touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Cowboys have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Boswell good with the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle.
So after the run for a yard, here comes 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Purdy. The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
On 1st down, Purdy. Open man is Juwan Jennings.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Purdy looking to throw. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Purdy on 3rd down.
Flushed out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And this one is right through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
Talanoa Hufanga, a first-time All-Pro last year, up to make the tackle. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Prescott. It's caught left side by Cooks. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied.
If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the 4th as the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset.
Here comes 2nd down.
They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Purdy completes this one here to McCaffrey.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
So it all comes down to the right foot of Jake Moody.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. This from 55 yards out. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Now Lewis selects to return it. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st and 10, Prescott.
Here's a screen now for Pollard.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Able to slither by.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Ferguson.
And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll run with Pollard.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Final minute of overtime. Remember, of course, no double overtime. So it's a tie if it is.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for Dallas, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner.